At that point, I was far more terrified of locking down than I was of the disease. Way more worried about the restrictions that they were going to impose, way more than the disease. Because, you know, my friend's 90-year-old grandma had supposedly had it and was okay. And to me, it was just the reason they got all these people saying, and all the pressure from all these people, was because they'd been ramping up the fear. They'd been ramping it up, and you know, the propaganda of all these people just dropping dead in the street. They really, really pushed the fear, and they had no balance on TV as well. They had people like, you know, Piers Morgan saying that the government isn't doing enough, as though it was like Ebola or something, or an outbreak. And so there was no balance in the media, and any person, I think, like Beverly Turner came out quite early on the TV and said, like, this is crazy, and this is going to cause horrific economic damage and damage to people's mental health. And they were like, absolutely, I don't even know what the word for it, like, people were vile to them, and it was allowed, and they got absolutely blasted on TV for saying what I think a lot of people were thinking and what's logical. Because I was like, how can you stop people going to work? How are they going to pay their mortgages? How are they going to pay their bills? Like, they're going to go through their savings. This is going to be, you know, so stressful to people. And to lock them up, you know, it was great. I live in a nice house. I have horses, so I'm allowed to see my horses because it's an essential, I don't know, it's not an essential worker, but seeing animals and caring for animals is essential, apparently. So I was allowed out the house to see them. And I just thought, God, what if you lived in London and you were in, you know, 3 kids in a little flat, and, you know, kids that have to share a room, and there's no computers, and what about school? And all these things were going on my head, not thinking how my life would be, because I'd be able to manage, but how everybody else's would, and what would my friends do that need to go to work, and they were self-employed and had to earn money to pay for everything. So that's what was in my head, and it really made me angry, and it made me worried, and I hate being worried. It made me far more worried than the disease itself.
If you enjoyed this clip, press here for the full episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.